This is today's WWE Smackdown full show results video, and the show was started by the Austin Theory, and he draws a comparison between his United States Championship reign and Roman's world title reign and says it's almost as inspiring as beating John Cena at WrestleMania. He says he's gonna have his own 1,000-day celebration, or maybe even 2, 3 or 4, because he's gonna be champion forever. Then he introduces Pretty Deadly, and they come down and say it was their pleasure destroying the Brawling Brutes and he's a champion the people deserve. Then we saw a match between Austin Theory and Pretty Deadly versus Brawling Brutes, and the result of this match was Austin Theory and Pretty Deadly won the match by pinfall with a lateral press from Theory on Ridge Holland. The next match happened between Good Brothers versus Hit Row, and the result of this match was Good Brothers won the match by pinfall with Magic Killer on Ashante Adonis. Post-match, AJ Styles takes Dalla out with a phenomenal forearm and Michael Cole drops some sub-PN news bars about it. Then Grayson Waller welcomes us to the Grayson Waller effect and introduces his guest, our new Raw Women's Champion, Asuka. Asuka is excited in Japanese about being champion, and Grayson brings up Bianca coming for her rematch and Asuka takes a mocking tone as she speaks more Japanese. The mist bubbles out of Asuka's mouth and she licks her lips and smears it on her cheek. Enter Iyo Sky, cutting a promo that is an obvious challenge, in Japanese, and Asuka offers a counterpoint. Iyo fires back, and Asuka calls her an idiot over and over until Grayson has a fit about an unapproved guest. Then comes Bayley, Shotzi Blackheart, Lacey Evans and Zelina Vega, and everyone was saying that they are going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. Then Asuka calls out from the stage to remind them that no one is ready for her, and Bianca Belair attacks from behind and they brawl on the stage. AS referees and road agents Jason Jordan and Sean Daivari swarmed. T.O. pulled them apart. Then we saw the Money in the Bank qualifying match between Lacey Evans versus Zelina Vega, and the result of this match was Zelina Vega won the match by pinfall with a Yoshi Tonic, qualifying for the Money in the Bank ladder match. The next Money in the Bank qualifying match happened between LA Knight versus Montez Ford, and the result of this match was LA Knight won the match by pinfall with an O'Connor roll and a hand on the ropes, qualifying for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Post-match, LA Knight sets up a ladder and climbs it to prove that he understands the rules to the Money in the Bank ladder match. In the main event of the show, Triple H comes to the ring, and he gets on the mic next to a pedestal with a new title belt under a cloth on it. The Bloodline make their entrance, consisting of Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, and Paul Heyman. Hunter puts Roman over for reaching 1,000 days as champion, the first to do so in nearly 40 years, and he unveils a brand new WWE Undisputed Universal Championship for him, the same basic design as his current belts but slightly shinier. Reigns put the title around his waist and demand the entire universe acknowledge him. Then Jimmy and Jey Usos came, and Reigns reiterates his demand and tells Jey to fix this by kicking his brother in the face right now, and Jimmy tells Roman the only one that needs fixing is him. He says Jey can't fix this and he did what he did in Saudi not to be the tribal chief, not to lead the bloodline, but because he was being a brother. Brothers treat brothers with love and respect, and lately Roman hasn't been such a good brother, and he also warns Solo that Roman will use him, abuse him, and kick him in the dirt. Roman takes claim for the Usos chants you can hear and reminds us that he's the tribal chief and asks Solo Sikoa how he feels, who he's loyal to. Solo considers the mic for a long beat before acknowledging his tribal chief, but reminding him that the Usos are his brothers. Jey takes over and says not like this, and he needs Jimmy and Roman both, and he says they're family and they're better than fighting like this. Jimmy agrees and gets back on the mic, telling Roman they're stronger than this, and Roman has always been his brother too. Roman wipes the sweat off his face, struggling before embracing Jimmy and hugging him tight, and Jey collapses against the ropes in relief, clearly emotional, and Roman raises the microphone to his lips and says no. Solo hits the Samoan spike on Jimmy, and Jey checks on his brother, conflicted and choked up as Reigns walks away. On their way out, Paul Heyman asks Roman about Jey, and Roman says he's gonna fall in line like he always does, and the show goes off the air.